How y'all doing? Beloved, this rabbit hole is getting deeper and deeper. And I like to get credit where credit is due. I want to first start off by saying in one of the earlier videos, one of my subscribers who let me know that they not getting my notifications, not receiving my videos. I pronounced their YouTube channel wrong, and it's the Soldier of God. My bad, beloved. Much love goes out. But I'm sitting there and I try to read all my comments, my messages. I've done that since day one. Since I started YouTube. And if I don't, it's either because I didn't get the notifications or there's so many videos. But anyway, I'm reading the comments off of my last video before last, where I talked about the pagan Christmas tree ritual. Before I talked about Mount Sinai, the video where on the thumbnail is Travis and Kylie standing together. Well, one of my subscribers, his YouTube is called Boss of the World. Boss of the World. He told me, he said, Josh, you're right. He said, you're actually speaking about one of the videos that Travis Scott made called Stop Trying to Be God. He said, you need to check it out. He said, everything you're saying is going straight along with this video. And so I didn't look at it that day. Days passed and I woke up this morning. I kid you not. Lord said, go watch that video that old boy told you to go watch. Beloved, and here we are right now. And he was right, and I appreciate you, brother, for sharing. And that's what I love. I never come on here like I know the truth and all of that. That's why I say the truth loves investigation. And that's why the Lord says, I love the fact that I can put something out. And that's why I love giving people their props and where I learn stuff from, because, some people try to come off like they know it all. That's not me at all. I love building. If I know a little bit, let me throw it out. Then somebody else add on to it. Then somebody else add on to it. Next thing you know, we got a completed puzzle. But beloved, I'm going to actually, the reason why I'm in my green screen room in my house, I made this for my other videos a year ago. Then all the drama and stuff started happening in my life. And so I just pushed it to the side, and I guess the Lord had other purposes for it, like right now. But anyway, so I'm actually going to take clips of his video and I'm going to splice it in as I'm breaking down the video. I'm going to splice it in, but I'm going to do it the way I don't get a copyright restriction. But here we go, y'all. And I'm reciting it just from memory, me taking notes of watching this video. Okay, the video is called Stop Trying to Be God. Now remember, y'all, if you haven't seen my video about the pagan Christian, the actual rituals that was performed, like I said, I believe God gave me told me to, because let me say it like this. Y'all know how I get when I'm ready to share something. I'm anxious and I'm nervous. But look, y'all, God, like I said, I was sitting back and I was just focusing on my music. And when I saw everything that happened, I knew the ritual. It's like, just from years of study and teaching, I was like, wow, that's the Christmas tree ritual, what I call the pagan Christmas tree ritual. If you haven't seen them videos, please go back and watch those before you watch this, because then it'll bring more understanding to the Stop Trying to Be God video. But let me get to it. Okay, now at the beginning of the video, he's walking with some sheep. And I'm gonna break down the video on what he's actually saying and how it led up to AstroWorld. In the video, he's telling us, because that's what they do. And some of my beautiful subscribers also said that also. If you read the comments, they said, Josh, they gotta say what's gonna happen first. So when people do it, they can say, well, you chose to do it. I warned you. But anyway, he's walking with some sheep. And you notice one black sheep in the midst of the white sheep, right? He's walking with the sheep. And then the people you see, he's walking and everybody starts to be partying. The people are being distracted. And then you see a dragon. Well, he shows to the sky. He shows the sky and you see a clip of a dragon flying past the sky. A dragon flies past the sky. And when this dragon flies past the sky, then stuff starts to be getting burned. And he gets burned. Right there, he's saying he's chosen. He's saying at first he was with the sheep, but he was always a black sheep, like many of us feel. You know what I'm saying? And myself included. But he's saying he was with the sheep. He was always a black sheep. And Satan chose him. So he's saying he was chosen. Now, so he gets burned and he's chosen. Because then it flashes, he's on a hilltop like he's Moses. If this don't go along with the Mount Sinai video, so now he's on a hilltop preaching to the masses. You see kids and different people in black and white clothing on this hilltop, and he's at the top of the hill because now he's an anointed priest. He's a satanic, melanated priest. So y'all gonna understand about the Moors and the more powerful the witchcraft dealt upon the color of your skin. Oh yeah. They believe that the more powerful the ceremony performed was with, why you think, look, why do y'all think the Kardashian women choose melanated men? Let's keep going. But anyway, so he's on a hilltop as this priest preaching to the masses like he's Moses. Remember Mount Sinai, the stage. So he's on the hilltop, and then all of a sudden, and y'all might say, okay, you reaching on him being a priest, but I kind of see it. But the next scene, he's baptizing people. Let's let that settle in. In the next scene, he's baptizing the youth. He's taking their souls. He's baptizing them into his church, into Luciferianism. Sublime, he's baptizing them. This is the next scene we see. He's in the word. In any church, who can baptize? Elders and priests. And I'm here to tell y'all something. In the Bible, there is no difference between an elder and a priest. We've only made the difference in today's time. But in Bible times, to God, there is no, elder is a priest. That's fact. That's fact. That's why it says Paul went around anointing elders over the different churches. But let's keep going. But anyway, so only a priest can do baptisms. So he's, like I say, priest and elder. So he's baptizing the youth. And then all of a sudden, the beast that was burning up the city. Now remember that word, the beast. He's flying on the beast. This is a reference to in Revelation. Go to Revelation 17, where it speaks about a great whore riding on the beast. Y'all might say, Josh, you're reaching, or am I really? Because he had God depicted in heaven with whores on the side of God while he's flying on this beast. He depicts himself as God in the clouds, and there's whores in the clouds. Let's keep going. So then God, while he's having fun. Now remember, he's chosen at this point. He's only chosen. And he's having fun causing chaos and destruction. This is a reference to in Revelation. Go to Revelation 17, where it speaks about a great whore riding on the beast. Y'all might say, Josh, you're reaching, or am I really? Because he had God depicted in heaven with whores on the side of God while he's flying on this beast. He depicts himself as God in the clouds, and there's whores in the clouds. Let's keep going. So then God, while he's having fun. Now remember, he's chosen at this point. He's only chosen. And he's having fun causing chaos and destruction. If you look at his face, he's having fun causing chaos and destruction. God sees him with the whores next to him. God sees him and then anoints him. That's when some beams come out of God's eyes and it hits the skull and fries him. He's really being anointed as priest. And this has to do with the Mount Sinai when I said Travis was a rogue priest. I'm telling y'all, beloved, I got to stop right here because I caught goosebumps and chill even when I was watching the video, and I had to come in here because I always ask God for affirmation. I don't ever want to just jump out here. Look, I grew up really with no family. I was kicked out of church twice, disfellowship, things of that nature. I was called a demon child when I was little. I'm used to people coming at me crazy. I'm used to people running their mouth. But I always told the Lord, I don't never want to get on here and just be reaching and look like a fool. So I love it when God gives me affirmation. And just like the brother boss of the world, and trust me, everybody else who puts information on my channel, I appreciate y'all, and I taking it. And there's some other stuff I got to go into that some subscribers told me to look into after this. But anyway, I love it when God used y'all to actually affirm what I've been teaching. As this, there's a social historian on my Mount Sinai video who said, Josh, you're absolutely right in the rituals that was on the Kylie Jenner, the Christmas pagan, the actual ceremony. It was like, look, you're actually right on what you're saying about the actual ceremony that's being performed, which is called the christening. But anyway, so I love it when God affirms and says, you're on the right track. And he used y'all to do it. So anyway, God anoints Travis. He's saying that God anointed him while he's having fun riding on this beast causing chaos. God anointed him to be a priest. And how y'all say, well, why you get that from the youth? Then all of a sudden, you see a manger. Remember what I told y'all that, no. I'm sorry. God, the Holy Spirit said, go back. Before, when he's chosen, remember I told you, when he's with the sheep, a beast is causing destruction. Remember, a beast is causing destruction, and the beast chooses him. After the beast chooses him, guess who's holding him? Kylie is holding him in the street right when he's chosen. So right after Kylie saves him, right after he's chosen by this beast, Kylie saves him. She's like in some gold, like an angel holding him. He's like in her lap. So she's like his savior. So Kylie saves him. He's chosen by this beast that's causing destruction. Kylie saves him. He starts preaching to the masses. He starts baptizing the people. Then he's having fun, causing destruction. Then the so-called God that he depicted anoints him as priest. And you see a manger. Now remember I told you, the whole ceremony in AstroWorld was for that child that's in Kylie's baby. So what do next thing we see? We see a manger. Just like Christ's manger. The Messiah. They were depicting, making mockery of Christ, saying that Kylie's baby will be the Messiah, the chosen child. Please, well, like I say, I'm going to have little still pics in this. I'm going to edit them in this, chop them in this. But go back and watch the whole video also. Because then you see a manger. And I was like, and they had it depicted, had the lights, the candles, like it was wise men sitting around. And then it zeroes in on the manger and you see Kylie holding a goat. And I say goat because they want you to think that it was a lamb, like a baby lamb, but it was a baby goat. And if you know, in Satanism, the lamb represents Christ, but the goat represents Satan. The scapegoat. Even in the ceremony, even in the sanctuary ceremony, the sins of the world are placed upon the scapegoat at the very end and led out into the wilderness. That's like the goat Baphomet. If we know about Baphomet and the goat. Beloved, I thank my subscribers again and again. Let's share this. The reason why they had to do this in steps like this, y'all. This is their way of communicating with each other. First of all, that's their way of communicating with each other on a broad scale. They know the best place to hide is in plain sight, but it's also to get your mind numb to what's really happening. And it's actually like a slow indoctrination. It's a slow indoctrination because if you think, oh, that's just good art, and say you like that song and you look at it 80 million times, like we do our songs. You might watch it literally like 500 times in your lifetime because you're just watching it. Why? All of these images are being burned. So is it just a coincidence? Like I say, at the end, it zeroes in and you see Kylie in the manger depicting to be Mary. I told you she's the sixth child of the Kardashians. You know what I'm saying? The sixth child. You don't think that they knew that when Chris, like one subscriber said, Chris, almost Christ, that when Kris Jenner would turn 66, you don't think that they knew that Kylie would be 24, 2 + 4 = 6? You don't think that they could plan and make sure that she gets pregnant. So by the time all of the things line up, that she will have a baby in her womb. That's 6 months. You don't think that they can make sure she gets pregnant to when they want to perform this ceremony, the baby will be at 6 months old. And then on the 6th day, then on a Friday, the 6th day, and on November 6th, but beloved, so I'm watching that video. I watched it, and then there was another video on my related feeds called Yosemite. Lord said, watch that too. I said, okay. I clicked on it. Boop. And so I'm watching it at the beginning. Again, this is all on his AstroWorld album. And the first question hit me, did he have any other albums named AstroWorld? No. Is it a coincidence that all of these depictions are in the AstroWorld album and in the AstroWorld videos? But anyway, on the Yosemite video, because y'all know my phone had just cut off on me. On the Yosemite video, he says he was a child. He jumps into a pit. Now check this out. Check this the symbolism. I told you, Satan wants to be God. So he copies God in everything. God in Revelation spoke about the beast from the bottomless pit. So in the beginning of the Yosemite video, he's a child and he jumps into a pit, a bottomless pit. And he ends up falling like he's a falling angel, like he's Satan falling from heaven as a child. And he lands on the ground. And so he goes through, and guess, you see that same mouth that he had that's on the cover of AstroWorld that the kids walk through, you know, that Little Light Studios do a great video on it, on how that mouth is depicted of Molech, and Molech, how he used to feed on the lives and souls of others, you know, feeding them, you know, and God even says, like I said in Leviticus 18, when he says, don't let your children pass through the fire to Molech, because that's, and you know, when Travis Scott had his mouth open, it looked like almost like a fire. If you look at the cover of AstroWorld, it's looking like parents are feeding their children to this God. And you see all these kids on the cover, you know, that should be creepy anyway. Grown man got kids on the cover, but you making an album for grown folk, things of that nature. Why, you know, it was such a kid thing with the amusement. And like I say, he did it a couple years ago so we would become numb to it. And think about it, in the Yosemite video, he showed the little boy walking through the mouth. See, you see these images all the time. So when they do see the actual setup at AstroWorld, they'll think nothing of it, because they done watched it 30 million times. So it's like, oh, that's the mouth that was in the video with the Yosemite video. So they don't think nothing of it. They see a little boy walk through it on the video, they don't think nothing of it. So you see this mouth and the little boy walks through, and guess where he ends up? In AstroWorld, the old broken down amusement park. Then he flies over and everybody think, oh, that's harmless. So something said, Josh, Lord, I mean, not something, the Lord said, Josh, Google the name Yosemite. I Googled the name Yosemite. Do you know that Yosemite means those who kill? Y'all heard me correct. Let me say it again. The name Yosemite, I don't even know how to pronounce it. I'm going to say Yosemite. Yosemite means those who kill. So he names a video Yosemite, has a little boy going to AstroWorld saying, here you will find those who kill. What just happened? Last week, November 6th. Why would he name a song Those Who Kill and depicted himself falling from heaven? Stay wise, stay open. But the video, stop trying to be God. Beloved, I'm going to go over the whole thing again. He told us everything that he was about to happen just last week. He told us, really, he gave us his whole walk into Satanism. That's what that video was. He's walking along with the sheep. He's saying he's just like everybody else. But you see a one black sheep. He's saying he's that one black sheep. And he's saying there's a beast causing destruction. There's a beast, and it's a dragon. He doesn't hide the fact that it's a dragon. You see a couple little dragons in the video spotted here and there. And then the dragon burns him, meaning he's chosen. And right when he's chosen, guess who chose him? Kylie. Kylie chose him. So you see Kylie saves him when he's chosen. I guess she chose him, and he's saying she saved my life from being like a regular sheep to the slaughter. She saved my life from being a regular sheep to the slaughter. So Kylie chooses him, saves him. And then you see him on a mountaintop with a robe like he Moses, preaching to, and got people up under him like, no, not like he's Moses, like he's Jesus. Holy Spirit said, Josh, no, that was a depiction of Jesus giving a sermon on the mount. He's on a mountain like he's Christ, like he's Jesus, preaching to the masses. And then it shows him baptizing our youth and us baptizing people. Why was he baptizing people? Then he tells you, because I have a child coming. Kylie is chosen to bring forth a special child. I'm telling y'all, look, this is why I'd be so nervous and anxious, because it's like, it's so plain. And I know God chose me to give y'all the why. Everybody knew something was wrong. I saw so many questions, thousands. I'm talking about thousands of people, so many videos like we all watched on it. Everybody kept saying, even the survivors, people that there, something was wrong with this one. Something was wrong with this concert. There was something demonic, something demonic, something demonic. And it was a must that I tell the why. If God can give me the why and the eyes, and I didn't even, like I said, and I love my beautiful subscribers and friends. Look, and that's what we here for. We gotta share. I'm shadow banned, y'all. I had another friend on my Facebook tell me that today, he commented on one of my old a post I put on Facebook a week ago, because I've been sober now for a week. Man, I'll be real with my subscribers, y'all. I've been sober now for a week. Well, over a week and a half, going with my walk in the Lord, dealing with my walk in the Lord. Because even this was even more eye-opening. Look, if I wasn't, and this would hit me. A couple days before this even happened, I decided to get sober, come back to the Lord, work on my soul, things of that nature. If I didn't do that, I wouldn't even seen it. I probably would have been too high and drunk to even pay attention. Like, oh, that happened? Yeah, whatever. Like, for real, I kid you not. If I didn't get sober, I wouldn't even have seen it. And I wouldn't be here talking with y'all right now. But my mind would have been clouded. So when God was pleading with me, Josh, get sober, it was for this. Look, beloved, my phone about to cut off. They already gave me the signal, but look, I'm going to stress it. Drake was there too. This is bigger than Travis and Kylie. We got to spread it. Stop worshiping these stars, these fallen stars. Drake was there with them. He knew, I guarantee he knew about the ceremony. Look, could it be why it's so hard for people to see them is because you're blinded by what you get from them, meaning by their music? The thought hit me, beloved. A third of the angels fell with Satan from heaven. And we all know that he was the minister of music. Could it be one of the reasons why the other angels who fell with him didn't see the evil inside of him was because they were blinded by his music? The Pied Piper. Is that story just out of the blue? And he gets everybody to follow him? Like I said, could it be where the reason why people don't refuse to see their stars or celebrities or these musicians as evil is because you're blinded by their music? The same way that a lot of the angels who fell from heaven with Satan were blinded by his music, so much so, think about it, they probably spent millions of years listening to him sing. They probably loved his voice, but they let it blind them so much to where they didn't see the evil inside of him that he had towards God. Let me say it again. Because they loved his music so much, they didn't see the evil inside of him that he had brewing towards God. Is that what we're doing now, beloved? It was so clear. It's sad, and I thank my subscribers. I thank everybody. Share. Let me know. Like I say, I definitely don't know everything, and I learn from y'all. The same way y'all say, Josh, we learn from you. I learn from y'all, and this video is proof. If Boss of the World, my subscriber, if he didn't share that with me, I would have never known to go look at that video. And again, go watch the video. Don't watch it too many times. Try not to watch it around your children, because images get stuck. Images get stuck. And beloved, I broke that video down and I only watched it one time. And I even prayed, Lord, I don't want to have to watch this thing too many times. Let me see what I say. And the Lord bless. I was able to break down the whole video because it's heartbreaking, and especially when you see it happening. And this is for little Ezra and everybody who lost their lives, everybody who was injured, but not just in that one. Think about it. This isn't the first time. They've probably been performing rituals like this, certain musicians and people, for years. When you're hearing about people dying at this. Look, Live Nation or whoever, they said, yeah, there was one concert they had where the stage collapsed and killed like 20 people, I believe, in the past. I would look into that. Matter of fact, that might be what I go do too. And start doing some homework on who was performing, what was going on, on everything. These things aren't just coincidences. Sometimes they are, beloved. Sometimes they are. Like I said in the other video, some things happen out of coincidence and some things are staged and done ritualistically for certain ceremonies, especially when you're dealing with high-level Luciferians who are not playing. They are not playing. They know that the world is going to be on shutdown. And they, look, I heard another YouTuber say, and I hope my phone don't cut off, but Drake and Travis Scott are actually, what if I told you, they knew that the deaths, they wanted to get the ceremony off, but also scare people from going to live concerts to where they start doing virtual concerts. That's when I heard another YouTuber say, I forgot his name, but he said, or somebody in one of the videos brought up how Drake, Travis Scott, and a whole bunch of them started doing these virtual concerts. And so if you want people to just start doing virtual concerts, what do? How about let's cause a horrific tragedy at a live concert and scare people from going to real life concerts? This world, they're really trying to turn it into the Matrix, where no contact with each other, only things virtual, virtual sex, virtual concerts, virtual interaction. Uh-oh, stay 6 feet apart. Don't do this, don't do that. Beloved, like he said the day before this happened, he said, welcome, the end is just the beginning, and welcome to the new dystopia, because they knew the tragedy from this is going to scare parents and people from going to live concerts. And like I said, I didn't even know they started doing virtual concerts. Y'all have a good one. My phone is about to cut off. Share and like. YouTube is shadow banning me, y'all. Y'all be good.